When you play against your local rival, form goes out of the window.
Form does go out the window.
Form goes out of the window.
Form goes out the window against your local rivals.
Chelsea are going to play against West Ham, a local rival. Form goes out of the window. It's not only about quality, it's not only about tactics, it's about energy, determination. Who's gonna want it the most? Who wanna impress their fans the most? A local derby is often played in details. I've seen Chelsea go at London Stadium and lose heavily against West Ham. But we have the momentum. We went away, we show a lot of energy and character, and we came back to London with 3 points in a game against Bournemouth that we probably didn't deserve to get points. So let's keep the momentum going and let's get the job done.
Fight and win!
What's going on, my friends? Welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. It's your brother Ogs. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment down below. The Premier League match week 5 is gonna be this weekend, and this video we're gonna discuss about West Ham against Chelsea head to head. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment down below. Take 1 second to help the channel and you will be blessed. Much appreciated. The game is gonna start very early in the morning. Some part of the country it's gonna be like 4:30 in the morning. I'm talking about the US here. Eastern time it's gonna be 7:30. The game is gonna be on USA Network and Universal. It's not on Peacock. If you have to watch the game when you are going to work or when you are at work and you wanna check your online service, you might have to find something else because it's not gonna be on Peacock. You might have to pay extra money or something like that. So this video, like I said, it's gonna be about head-to-head comparison, just to give you an idea what kind of opposition we're gonna be meeting and what been happening between us in the last 5 games or so. Let's start by head-to-head, and let me go and start by the bottom one. Chelsea 1, West Ham 0. That was April 2022. Chelsea 2, West Ham 1, Stamford Bridge, September 2022. West Ham 1, Chelsea 1. That was away at London Stadium, February 2023. West Ham 3, Chelsea 1. That was last season, the first leg of the Premier League. They beat us 3-1, and I still remember that was Moises Caicedo's debut. Carney Chukwuemeka scored a goal and he got injured that day and he was out for more than 4 months. And the last time we played them in the second leg of the Premier League at Stamford Bridge, it was May 2024. Chelsea 5, West Ham United 0. We're gonna come back to this game to give you more details, but now we have to move and see the form guide. Form guide. Chelsea in the last 5 games, they won 3, they lost 1, and they drew 1. I'm talking about the games in the Premier League only. So the last game in the Premier League, they beat Bournemouth 1-0 away. The game before that, it was a 1-1 draw against Crystal Palace at home at Stamford Bridge, and they went away to beat Wolves 6-2. Very impressive game. And Chelsea, of course, lost the first game of the season at Stamford Bridge against Manchester City 2-0. And this game, the 5th game that I'm talking about here, was last season, and we beat Bournemouth 2-1 at Stamford Bridge. For West Ham, in the last 5 games, they lost 3 times. They won 1 game and they drew 1 game against Fulham in the Premier League. The last game it was 1-1, and they lost at home against Manchester City 3-1. They also they won against Crystal Palace 2-0. Aston Villa, they lost at home 2-1, and Manchester City again, that was last season, so don't get confused here. Last season they lost away. I think it was the last day of the Premier League season, 3-1. So the last 5 games been not really impressive for them. For us, been good, because anybody can lose against City, but we dropped point against Crystal Palace. Moving on, so season so far, let me just give you an idea. Position on the table, Chelsea are 8th, West Ham 14. Game won in the Premier League, Chelsea 2. Game drawn, Chelsea 1 and lost 1. West Ham are 14 on the table. They won 1 game, they drew 1 game, and they lost 2 games. Let's check on some other statistics here if we have time to do so. In terms of goals, Noni Madueke is leading the chart here for Chelsea with 3 goals. Nicholas Jackson 2 goals. Gerard Bowen 1 goal. In terms of assists, Cole Palmer 4 assists. Bowen 1 assist. Nicholas Jackson 1 assist. In terms of tackles, we are leading every single position here. Moises Caicedo 13 tackles. Enzo Fernandez 9. Malo Gusto 9. So we have some good statistics compared to them. Moving on, let me give you an idea about the last game that we played against them at Stamford Bridge. We completely destroyed them. 5-0. And we were leading 3-0 at halftime. Cole Palmer, Conor Gallagher, Noni Madueke, Nicholas Jackson scored twice. Very, very good game of football. And let's go to some statistics here. Cole Palmer was voted the man of the match, of course. Of course, we were Cole Palmer FC last season. Let me check on the lineup that day. Wow, it looks completely different team right now. Petrovic was in goal. Cucurella, Badiashile, Thiago Silva, Trevor Chalobah. Thiago Silva and Chalobah are not there, and Benoit Badiashile is not even regular anymore. We managed to keep a clean sheet with Badiashile. You know why? Thiago Silva was there, of course. In the midfield, we had not technically it's not midfield, but let me just read everybody that was there that day. Mikhailo Mudryk played. Noni Madueke, Cole Palmer, Conor Gallagher already left. Moises Caicedo and Nicholas Jackson still there. We made some subs that day. Disasi, Gusto, Alfie Gilchrist came for just 1 minute. Cesar Casadei, Christopher Nkunku came for few minutes on the pitch. Looks like a completely different story though. Chelsea are not the same Chelsea as last season.
If you're a coach, what are you telling your team before the big game?
I would tell my team, if you lose, I don't want to see your face again, ever again.
That's pretty harsh.
Let me also remind you the first game of last season that we played against them, the first leg. Remember, we just bought Moises Caicedo back then, and that was his first game, and he had a nightmare. Let's check on the lineup. Sanchez was in goal. He was horrible that day. Disasi, Thiago Silva, Levi Colwill, Enzo Fernandez, Ben Chilwell, Conor Gallagher, Malo Gusto, Raheem Sterling, Nicholas Jackson, Chukwuemeka, who scored that day. And some players came off the bench. Mikhailo Mudryk, Moises Caicedo, Noni Madueke, and Manson Basto. Wow, even Manson Basto. That game was really a nightmare. Chukwuemeka scored for us, 28th minute. For them, it was Aguerd, Mikel Antonio, and Paqueta scored a penalty given away by Moises Caicedo. That game was absolutely a nightmare for Moises Caicedo and the entire team. And our boy Chukwuemeka got injured that day, so he was out for like 4 months or more than that. Look at us. Domination FC, 75.7% possession. What did we do with that? Nothing. West Ham only had like 24.3, and they beat us 3-1. Shot on target, Chelsea 4, West Ham 6. Just to give you an idea, because it's a London derby, and you know what people said? Everything goes out of the window when it comes to a derby. So we have to be very careful. I am confident that we're gonna get the job done. I'm making another video about my match preview, so stay tuned for that. But I think Chelsea are gonna get the job done in a London derby. 2-1 to the almighty Blues. Jadon Sancho to score his first goal for Chelsea. I think Joao Felix is gonna score also for Chelsea.
He needs to cut the hair. He needs to get rid of the tattoos and focus on playing for Chelsea Football Club.
I love.
Let me remind you the table. Manchester City are first. Arsenal are second. Third, we have Newcastle United. Fourth, Liverpool. Fifth, Aston Villa. Brighton are sixth. Seventh, Nottingham Forest. Eighth, Chelsea Football Club, with the same point with Brighton though. So because we only played like 4 games, so still very close. Ninth, we have Brentford. Manchester United are 10th. Bournemouth are 11th. Fulham are 12th. 13th, Tottenham Hotspurs. 14th, West Ham United. 15th, Leicester City. 16th, Crystal Palace. 17th, Ipswich. 18th, Wolves. 19th, Southampton, and the 20th, the bottom of the table, Everton.